after such an emotional win, did you find it difficult at all to reel in your players and get them focused on the task at hand after the 24-hour celebration window?
It wasn't difficult this week. It wasn't difficult on Monday. I didn't sense that. I was looking for that. We all are. That's just human nature is to relax. It's what we're doing is not, is not always the easiest thing to do. And so leaders have to step up, and discipline is 75% anticipation, right? So we tell them ahead of time, you got 24 hours, enjoy the win, make sure you come in here, ready to work. And so this is what needs to be done, and lay it out so they can follow the plan. So at this point, I feel like the plan is being followed, and that's really all I can ask. There's nothing fun about it. When the way we practice, generally is taxing on our players. It has to be, because we would like to make our practices harder than the games. That's the goal. We're not quite there yet, but we're working to get there. But when you are preparing for a team like Air Force, the look that you get from your scout team is critical. We have to get the same or similar look that we're going to get on Saturday. And we live cut in practice with our players. Just like Air Force is going to do. They're going to cut us in the game. We cut them in practice. So there's nothing fun about that. And we got to go full speed, and we got to run, and we got to hit. We got to get off blocks. We got to stay alive. We got to stay in the hunt. We got to get to the ball. We got to swarm to the ball. We got to be disciplined. Our eyes got to be where they got to be, And you got to have a guy on the dive. You got to have a guy on the quarterback. Got to have a guy on the pitch. You got to have your eyes where they're supposed to be, and you got to be on top of it every play, because everyone's at the point of attack every play, and so that's how we have to practice, And so, that's what we're doing right now.
How do you have your scout team run an option offense that most of them have never played before, and now they've got to run it to the proficiency of the guys who have run it for the last 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, they got to study the tape and get it done. Just you see it on tape and do what you see. Do it to the best of your ability, and take pride in it. We have a team, and everyone has a role. Everyone has a role to play, whatever the role is. You go to a Broadway musical, Broadway play, and guy may have one role, might not have any lines, may just come walk across the stage with a broom, sweep the floor, and walk off the other side. That's his role. But if he doesn't do that, then you don't have a show. And so that's what we have to. Everyone's got to pitch in and do their job, play their role for the team to the best of their ability.
Your players come in here, they repeat the same mantras, they attribute the success to you in your speeches. How did you get them to buy in so quickly and so deliberately this offseason?
Well, I have a great staff. This is not a one-man show by any stretch of the imagination. I've got, great coaches on both sides of the ball and on special teams. Our support staff is outstanding. And so it's a group effort. We're all on the same page, which I think helps a lot. We have a united front that we present to our players in terms of our program and the expectation, the standard, protocol, how we go about our business, the culture, how we live every day. And from the first day that I got here, I posed a question to the players in the team meeting. I had a team meeting, I think Thursday morning, like 8 a.m. before our press conference. I said, hey, do we want to be relevant? Do we want to win? You know, and they all said yes. So well, you know, just do what we ask you to do. You know, and let's get after it. And so that's what we're doing right now, and it's a work in progress. It's a day-to-day thing. I mean, it's never a dull moment. You know, we can never get bored with the fundamentals of what it takes to get the job done. But I give credit to the players that, you know, everyone wants to win, I think, would like to win, but everyone's not willing to do what it takes to be in a position to win. And give credit to our players that they're willing to do that. They're willing to lay it on line, and you know, if you want to give some punches and deliver some punishment, you got to be willing to take some too, and they're willing to do that.
James Jackson faced a lot of adversity early in his football career with the injuries. What have you seen from him since you took over that, you know, put him in a position to be able to go out there and make a couple of big plays?
Yeah, J. Jax is a good player, and he's explosive, and he works hard, and he gets after it, and I mean, he doesn't really say a whole lot now. He comes to work every day, comes to practice every day, and he puts his best foot forward. He's working to get better, and he competes. And when he gets opportunities, he makes the most of them. That's what I've seen from him, and I think that's you know, says a lot about his character, you know, and his desire, you know, just his internal motivation to get better every day and to be a player, you know, and help our football team. And so, you know, I'm pulling for him, you know, just like I am all these guys. I mean, you know, guys want to be good. Guys want to be good players, you know, and it's not easy, but he's willing to put the work in to get that done. So, I hope, you know, I'm sure he's going to continue to do so.
Coach, when Stephen was in here, I asked him about your halftime speech to the team where you told them, you know, we've taken their best shot, we're good, we can fix some things. There was no panic. And Stephen, when asked to describe you, said you're cool. He said you're cool as a cucumber. Where'd you learn that? Was that something you got from your parents? Was it something you got as a player from maybe coaches you coached under? But where does that come from?
Good question. I'm not sure about that. Like I said, I try to be myself, and I believe there's a time and a place for everything. And for me, you know, in a game situation, when, you know, we have our guys on this sideline and their guys on the other sideline, you know, that's not it, and we're doing everything we can to impose our will on that opponent and beat and win our one-on-ones and win those downs. That's not a time for me to lose my mind. There's too many things going on where we need to focus on certain things. There's operation, there's play, there's game management, there's, you know, and the players don't want to play bad. I mean, they want to play well. I mean, they want to put their best foot forward. So, what can I do? What can I do? And what can we do as a staff to help them play better? Okay, and whatever that is, I'm willing to do it. But if I don't think it's going to help, I'm not going to do it. You know, and so I don't know whether that's being cool or whatever. I'm not trying to be cool. I'm just trying to lead in the best way that I know how, relative to what I know that my players need, this particular team. And every team's different and every player is different, you know. So it's important that we as coaches understand what our guys need. Our job is to teach, motivate, and develop players, you know, and that's in practice, and that's also throughout games, during games. And so whatever we have to do to get that done and advance those guys and move those guys forward and tap them back to the center and move the needle, or however you want to say it, we've got to do that. And so, you know, that's my approach. I have confidence in our in our approach. I have confidence in our system and, you know, our structure and what we, you know, what our goals are and like how we go about doing it. It comes down to execution, you know, and so, you know, that's where I keep my focus. And, you know, sometimes everything you want to do is not the best thing to do, you know.